These are the best budget swim baits and they catch giant fish. Ooh, we're on. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Woo! Oh my God. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, just look at the dimensions of that fish. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are about to do some tackle shopping in Academy back here because we're about to go find some expensive big swim baits. Now, I've actually been to Academy today already, went inside, got all my lures, my SD card corrupted, and came out into the parking lot to go get another one, and my truck battery died. So I just went and got a $300 battery for the old truck back here. So our budget was 100. That's down the drain. Our budget is now 50, so I can afford to eat dinner tonight. And we're gonna go inside and try and find some nice swim baits to fish with because it's getting cooler weather. It's the fall. The big fish love to eat those shad lures, and we're gonna try and keep it budget friendly today because like I said, I've spent way too much money recently. So we're gonna go ahead, hop in the store, see what they have for cheap, I guess. I guess we're going the cheap route today. I was gonna go expensive. Now I think we're going cheap. So we're gonna go ahead, hop in here, see what kind of lures we're working with, buy them, go out to the pond and catch some fish. So I'll see you guys inside. Well, since I've already been in here today and picked out every single swim bait, I know where every single one of them is. So today's goal is to get some swim baits, I guess a budget swim bait selection, because as you guys know, swim bait fishing is definitely the most expensive. I've spent a lot of money on swim bait. I think the most I've ever spent was like $180, so it can be pricey. So today we're gonna try and keep the total under $50. And right here for 15, we have one of my favorite swim baits of all time. So right here we have the bull shad. Now this is one of my favorite little swim baits. It's not my favorite color, but this is my second favorite. I mean, look at that thing, absolutely beautiful. Nice colors, and it's $15 and it catches fish like crazy. So as I was walking around, I noticed this lure right here. Now, I have no idea how much this thing costs because it was kind of hidden in the shelves, but we have an S waiver right here, which is a very popular swim bait, and I have never seen one this small. They have 8, 9 inch big swim baits, and this one right here is about 4 inches. So I think that's gonna be perfect, especially for those fish that don't want to eat a big bait. Sometimes these smaller ones can really draw them in, and I think a little small glide bait is definitely something that we need. So these two lures right here are perfect. I mean, we have a multi-jointed, we have a glide bait. What more could you want? So those lures that we have picked out are smaller sized. We're looking for some big swim baits, and as you guys can tell, there's one right here. Look at that thing. We also have some whales, which I've never seen. Look at these guys. That is very interesting. They literally have little whale fins, but although we like soft plastic swim baits that you can rig up, I want a pre-rigged one that's big. So I'm gonna walk over here to one of my favorite swim baits of all time, which is the Magdraft. I mean, just look at all these colors. These things are about $18, but I mean, they just get bites year round. So there's a bunch of different colors, but I like to keep it simple and throw the all white color. This one right here is just bass candy. The fish love this thing. It has a perfect little size. It's not too big, it's not too small. It is perfect for chasing after those trophy bass, which we are doing. So we're definitely gonna have to add this to our pile and add that $18 to our budget. We're gonna have to do some calculations here, see how much we have left, because like I said, we had a $100 budget. Now we have a $50 budget, but you can't forget this lure right here. Well, after some quick math, I think we have enough for one lure. Now, although this is not a big swim bait, it is considered a swim bait. So these are actually the cheapest one in the store as well. We have some H2O Express paddle tails. Look at those guys. I mean, we got tons of colors. I mean, just look at them all. We got different sizes as well. And these things just straight up catch fish. So I think we keep it simple. We go with the classic, the all white paddle tail swim baits. Look at these guys. Can't beat them. I feel like we have a pretty good spread going. I mean, we got some really tiny soft ones. We have a mini glide bait, a big soft one, and then a multi-jointed shad. I feel like if you wanted to get into swim baits and kind of have a budget, these are probably some of the best swim baits that you can buy. And I think we're gonna be real close to that $50 range. So the plan was to go expensive, and if it was, I would have gotten this which is an 8-inch Magdraft, but I think this thing's about $30, so that takes pretty much all of our budget. So I decided, let's go simple, let's go subtle, let's get ones that work, cheap, and let's have a little budget swim bait challenge, why don't we? So I'm gonna go ahead, take those to the checkout, we're gonna check out, and then I'm gonna see you guys at the pond. All right, right here, we have our bag full of lures. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty sure that I went over budget, but you know, sometimes you just can't help it. Let's see, how did we go over budget here? I obviously can't do math because I went over a pretty good amount. Well, tax doesn't count, so $53. We barely went over. I mean, no big deal, you know? Sometimes you have to go over budget and spend more money because why not? So we got this, as you guys can tell, the S-Waver right here. Pretty cool little glide bait. I've actually never thrown this thing, but I can go ahead and tell you guys, it looks really, really good. I'm expecting the fish to crush this thing. We have a nice day, a little bit of a breeze, so I feel like the moving baits are definitely gonna be the move. But next up we have, I mean, this is definitely top 3 swim bait for me, the Magdraft right here. I mean, check this thing out. It is beautiful. Nice color, good package, just a good looking shape. And hopefully a big bass eats this thing today. Next up, we have another top 3 swim bait. This one might even be number 1. I think I've caught the most fish on a swim bait with this one right here, which is the bull shad. Check that thing out. Nice color too, looks real shad-like. And this bait just gets so many bites, so many follows. Half the time when you get a follow, it turns into a bite because it is that good. I'm gonna show you guys how to work this thing, my personal favorite way that gets so many bites. So this is definitely probably top number 1 swim bait, number 1 pick that we're gonna be throwing the most today in order to catch some of these fish. But honestly, whenever you're talking budget swim baits, of course, these are a little bit smaller, more budget friendly. I feel like all of these are gonna work extremely well. So last but not least, we got ourselves some basic paddle tails in the all white color. Pretty much every time I throw a little paddle tail swim bait like this, it is the white color. So we have ourselves a bunch of good lures that we're going to throw today. I'm super excited, especially for these 3 right here, because like I said, they're budget and these things look so good. So I'm going to go ahead, unbox these things, tie them up, and I'll see you guys at the first spot of the day. All right, we've made it out onto the boat. We have all of our lures tied up. It's a nice day. I feel like we're going to get on the fish. I'm super excited because not only do we have swim baits in the boat, but we actually have affordable swim baits in the boat. So if you guys were wanting to get into some swim bait fishing, these are the baits for you, and they work very well. So let's go ahead, let's grab them, let's start casting. Let's hope for that true winter, it's not winter, fall giant. I don't even know if it's the fall, it's the south. We just swap seasons left and right. All right, so here we are, first spot of the day. As you guys can tell, the wind is just beating down on this bank. So I feel like we start off with the Magdraft, some wind, and that's gonna have our best chance at a big fish. So we're gonna go ahead and put the hook in this thing. And as you guys can tell, it is a beautiful color. Look at that thing, gorgeous. Super excited to toss this around. All you do, cast that bad boy out there, let her sink a bit, and just slow roll it. That's it. This thing gets crunched. I'm excited. I feel like today's gonna be really good. The nights have been getting cooler, so the fall transition should be upon us. And these baits like this really draw those fish in, and they just can't resist this thing. Oh, I just got bit. Right there by the boat. Just nibbling the back of it. I don't think he was big, but that was our first bite of the day. That was weird. Oh, one's on it. Oh, that's great. Phone motor is not wanting to connect to the battery. And we're getting just pushed all around right now. It's not what you want to see. Cannot touch a wire on this thing or it's over. Oh, we're on, we're hooked up. God, that fish hammered it. Doesn't feel bad. Stay on, buddy, stay on. Stay on, stay on. That's a decent fish. God, he smoked it. Get up here. Nothing crazy. He actually needed that Magdraft because he is very skinny. But hey, he crushed it, put up a good fight. So we're gonna get him back and hopefully he's gonna go eat some lunch. Appreciate you, little buddy. See ya. Ah, the old bull shad. I mean, just look how beautiful this bait is. We got a bunch of colors on it. looks very nice, and the action on this thing is amazing. It just drives the fish crazy. So what we're gonna do, the way I fish the bull shad is I cast it out there and I burn it back to the boat as fast as possible. I mainly fish it like a wake bait. I mean, look at that thing. Does that not look amazing? It looks like a little fleeing shad. The fish they just have to come attack this thing. That should be the cast right there. Oh my God, he came airborne for it. Wow, that's a good fish. God, he came out of the water for it. That was so sick. Get over here, buddy. That was crazy. Oh my God. Come here, get up here. It's a good fish, nothing crazy. It's a good fish. See you, buddy. I'm about to crash to a wall. I just had to get him back. Bull shad claims one though. Let's go. That was a crazy eat. And they just can't resist this bait right here. Oh, I'm on again. Wow, we're hooked up. God, he crushed it. Oh, I love this bait. It's so good. Well, there we go. Nothing crazy, but fish number 3. Number 2 on the bull shad. He absolutely hammered it as soon as it hit the water. Just chased after it and crushed it. So thank you, buddy. Whoop. Oh, that water is actually kind of cold. Wow, that's actually surprising. Oh, it feels really good. Oh wow, it's not bathtub water. That's crazy. Fish start to get more active, and they want baits like this. The baits that move, they look like bait because they're about to just start constantly feeding before the winter time. I mean, look at this little snack piece. All right, we're getting into some shallower stuff. I thought of this spot specifically for that little mini glide bait we got. Let's see what this thing looks like. For like 18 bucks, it better look good. I'll just tell you. Oh wow, it does look really good. Okay, maybe it was worth the $18. I don't know yet. We'll see if it gets some bites here. I don't really like fishing a glide bait when it's real windy. I feel like the calmer conditions are a little bit better. So I'm gonna go over to this other side and cast it around a little bit, trying to at least get one on it, and then we'll probably pick either the bull shad or the Magdraft to focus on, because those two are gonna be the most successful today. And this bait looks really good, but it kind of has a like a top-heavy nose. It's like wanting to go down for some reason. I'm not sure if I like that. We just need one to eat it though, that's it. Just one fish to eat this thing. Oh, that was so sick. There he is. That's a good one too. Oh my God, he hammered it. Oh, that little glide bait is so sick. Oh my God, it's a big fish. Wow, what a bite. Get up here. Let's go. Let's go. Well, the mini glide bait strikes with the biggest fish of the day. Check that out. That was a super sick eat. Look at that fish, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Crushed the mini glide. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead, get him back, and keep casting. Man, that was such a cool bite. And that water feels really good too. Thank you, buddy. Woo! Man, this little mini glide bait has been very cool. I mean, it gets consistent bites, it seems. I mean, it has a nice action. I'm sure it would get consistent bites. We've only had one, but the one was all we needed. That fish came over and just T-boned it and sucked it in, and I actually really like this thing. It's pretty cool. But I think with it being so windy out today, we're gonna stick with the Magdraft because this bait is so good. It's perfect for a windy day like this because you have this thing down there, just that tail just kicking. And these harder baits kind of rely on that surface, especially that bull shad. So whenever you run it, it's not as good as it could be. You need a little bit of wind, not some big wind gusts like we have today. So with it being so windy, this is going to be the bait that we're probably going to throw for the rest of the day, unless we get in an area where I think the glide bait or the multi-jointed bait could get it done. Let's see if we can't find a big one. I know there's a big one lurking somewhere. I feel like this is going to be the bait to get it to, you know, come in and eat. Although I like the little baits, you know, I feel like with the water temperature being nice and cool, got some wind, I feel like this is going to be the bait to get it done. I'm actually pretty satisfied with all of our lures today. I mean, I feel like we have a good spread, a little bit of everything, and all of them have gotten bites. So can you complain? I don't think so. I feel like I just had one. I feel like the fish are definitely in the mood for a swim bait. I just lost my whole entire train of thought after I just got bit. But I mean, there's just something about a swim bait in the fall. The fish cannot resist these things. It's probably one of my favorite lures to throw as well. It just seems like it works so good, and they are so much fun. I mean, my favorite lures are top water and moving baits. That's the stuff for me. They're just fun. You get to constantly do something. I cannot pick up a spinning setup and sit there and bounce something on the bottom. It is just so boring. I don't have the patience. But throwing a big bait, it takes patience. But when you finally get that bite, it is so much fun. At least if you're not getting bites, you get to watch your bait swim back to the boat. That time it flew back to the boat. Oh my God, I have one. As soon as it hit the water, I didn't even feel him eat it. What the crap? Is that a good fish? Oh my God, it is. It's a decent one. Wow, I literally didn't even reel it. He just ate it as soon as it hit the bottom. That was crazy. I'm telling you guys, Magdraft, too good. Get up here. Yes. That's a good fish. That's a really good fish. As soon as my bait hit the bottom, he just started taking off with it. Look at this. He even ate the eye off the Magdraft. That's how bad he wanted it. That is crazy. Man, that was such a weird eat. I mean, I'm telling you guys, as soon as it hit the water, he must have ate it, because I thought I was actually in grass because I didn't fill the lure. And then when I lifted up, it was just taking off. It's a good fish, though. Thank you, buddy. Been a pretty solid day of swimbait fishing. I haven't had anything crazy happen besides that eat on the glide bait. That was pretty sick. No big fish. I mean, we've had like 2 decent ones. But I feel like if we are to chase that bigger fish, the Magdraft is going to get it done for us. So I'm really just going to put my head down and throw this thing around and see what happens. Ooh, we're on. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Oh my God, he hammered it. Hammered it. It's running right at me. That's a big one. That's a big one. Stay down. Stay down. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Woo! Oh my God. Woo! That's a big one. No, 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 don't come up. Oh God. Oh my 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 gosh, that's a big fish. It would not be swimbait fishing if I did not forget to bring my net. And I finally catch a good one. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh my God, it's a freaking pig. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just boat flipped him too. Holy crap. Wow, look at that behemoth. Ooh, look at the tail. That is a stud right there. Beautiful fish. Real green and healthy. God. Yes, sir. That's why you throw big swim baits right there. Wow. Look at the noggin on that fish. That is crazy. Let's see what he weighs. Yep. 4.85. Well, 4.5. That's what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Well, right there, our swim baits are getting it done. A nice 4.5 pounder. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the noggin on that thing. Beautiful colors. Just a mean, aggressive fish about to start feeding up for the fall. So, I mean, just look at the dimensions of that fish. Oh, you gotta love swim bait fishing. We're about to go ahead and get him back and keep casting around the big baits. Woo! That's a good largemouth. I think that's the biggest largie I've caught out here in a long time. So it feels good. He hammered the swim bait. The only thing left to do is to get back to it and see if we can maybe catch one double the size. There's a fish. We're hooked up. We're hooked up on the bank. Get over here, buddy. It's not a bad one. Not as big as that 4 pounder, but hey, we'll take it. Appreciate you. Oh, we're on. We're hooked up. We're hooked up. We're hooked up. Gosh, the wind's blowing me all over the place. We got one though. He's trying to swallow the tail. Thanks, little guy. See ya. Oh, back to back. We're on again. We are crushing them on the Magdraft. This thing is so good. It is so good. Especially this time of the year, man. Thank you. another one. That's a decent one. We're hooked up. Oh God, I don't know if he's big or not. I'm trying to stay all this wind. This wind's pushing me all into the trees and everything. Oh, we're hooked up though. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Get up here. Thanks, bud. Well, right there, we just got done fishing with our swim baits, our budget swim baits. Although we spent $68, we did get 3 baits plus all those paddle tails that we didn't even use because we didn't have to. We got on the fish very quick, had a bunch of good bites, and we even caught a 4.5 pounder. So a big fish on the Magdraft. I think the Magdraft is going to take the top spot, then it's going to be the bull shad, then it's going to be the little glide bait. They were all good though. I would definitely throw them around, and like I said, for a good little budget bait, those things just straight up catch fish. But it was fun to get out here, throw around some swim baits to prepare for the fall, the big fall transition, the big bait bite. It's a lot of fun. And if you guys want to see more swim baits, let me know down below in the comments section. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Stay fishing.